Hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to read you a beautiful book called Mr. Panda's Painting. Written and illustrated by
Anne Rockwell.
And here is the back, and here is the spine. And let's get started. Mr. Panda was an artist who painted pictures all the time, But one day he used up all his paints. He finished a tube of yellow and a tube of blue paint, so he went to the store and bought his favorite shade of green. He saw orange and he bought that too. Then Mr. Panda remembered that he liked purple as well, so he bought a tube of purple paint. As Mr. Panda walked down the street carrying his new tubes of paint, he saw something very beautiful. It was red, just like the tube of red paint in his shopping bag. Then Mr. Panda saw something as blue as the new tube of blue paint in his shopping bag. But no sooner had Mr. Panda seen such beautiful red and blue things, then he saw something as yellow as the tube of yellow paint in his shopping bag. He thought the yellow daffodils were so beautiful. He bought a bouquet. So when he bought that beautiful thing was a red car with a chicken inside it driving it.
Yeah, that's what he saw when he bought the red tube.
Yeah.
And then when he bought the blue tube,
he
saw
a kite, which is a caterpillar, I guess.
And who's flying the kite?
A cat. And this is...
And when he bought the yellow tube of paint,
he saw a yellow bouquet and he bought it.
It was daffodils.
What?
Okay, next.
So he saw the yellow bouquet with pretty flowers, so he bought it. Mr. Panda continued on his way, thinking what a lot of bright and beautiful things there were in the world. He was thinking about the painting he could make with all his new tubes of paint. So he was thinking what he can draw with all his new tubes of paint. When Mr. Panda crossed the street, he saw some things that were orange. They were as orange as the big fat tube of orange paint that was in his shopping bag. I like orange, Mr. Panda said. So when he bought the orange tube, he saw that there was construction workers building something, and their suits and their combs and their stuff were orange, and it looked like their dogs. Soon Mr. Panda saw many other things that were red, blue, yellow, and orange. He couldn't decide which color he loved most. They were all so bright and beautiful. So, I don't know how I can really.
He saw a pig.
It looks like a cow. It's a cow.
Okay, with a red balloon,
And
with colorful clothes.
Yeah, and he even is holding colorful things. He sees a lot of colorful stuff, and another cow, I guess.
A cow
horns.
auntie.
A cow lady. Has a lot of colors and red, white, so many other beautiful colors.
Heart shapes on her dress.
Yeah. Soon Mr. Panda turned the corner and came to a street all lined with trees. The trees were covered with leaves of green. It was so cool under those leaves of green that Mr. Panda decided green was surely the most beautiful color of all.
So what does he see there?
Oh, sorry. He sees trees.
A lot of trees on both sides of the street.
The trees all covered with leaves of green were so beautiful. Mr. Panda decided to paint a picture of them. As soon as he got home, suddenly it began to rain. Mr. Panda did not want to get wet. He did not want his new tubes of paint to get wet, so he began to run. So it's starting to rain over here, and he began to run in this picture. You can see his legs. He's running. The rain came down harder. Mr. Panda, Mr. Panda, Mr. Panda, someone called. It was his neighbor. Come share my umbrella with me, she said. Then you won't get all wet. What a nice color purple is,
said Mr.
Panda, as he ran under the beautiful purple umbrella, and he almost forgot to buy some. And I almost forgot to buy some.
Some purple.
So here is his neighbor, helping him not get wet.
And who is this neighbor?
Comb.
Zebra. Okay.
When Mr. Panda got home, he put the yellow
daffodils
in a blue
pitcher
and stood them on the old green table. A red apple and a juicy orange were on the table too, but something is missing, said Mr. Panda. He went over to his comfortable armchair, so he could sit down to look and think. So here is he's putting everything on his old green table.
And there's his comfortable armchair with the stars.
Yeah. A book was lying in the armchair. It was purple, that is, asks
Exactly.
exactly what I need, said Mr. Panda. I need some purple in my painting. So he put the purple book on the old green table. Then he put the red apple on the purple book. So here is his purple book on his comfortable chair.
Uh-huh.
Everything looked just perfect to him. Mr. Panda put the new tubes of paint on the taburet next to his easel. He put on his blue
Smock.
smock.
This word, I'm not sure what that is. It might be tabouret, but okay.
He squeezed some green paint into his palette. Then onto his palette. Then Mr. Panda picked up his brush and made his painting. The end.
And what is in the painting?
This is what he's painting.
First, he put the picture with the daffodil flowers on the green table. Then he put an orange and a purple book and an apple. And then he looked at that and then he made a painting. He took a picture.
But how did he get the purple for the book?
He bought the purple or he had it. Right?
Yeah, so
Okay. The end.
The end. I'm not sure if Okay. I hope you like this book. Bye.
Mr. Panda's painting.